Hi lovely people, and welcome to Little Moments, Big Shifts, the podcast that empowers you to prioritise yourself and evolve into the person you were always meant to be. I'm your host, Emma Longbottom, founder of Wellbeing with Emma. Welcome. Let's get into today's episode. Hi my lovelies, and welcome to episode 6. And this week what I wanted to talk about is something that it's been on my mind actually for a few weeks, and it's about kindness, because I think we get there's a lot talked about kindness all the time and about being kind, and how, you know, if I see this little quote all the time: if you can be anything, always be kind, you know, and those kind of things sort of like bounce around social media and you know, things that people talk about. And last week actually on Thursday it was World Kindness Day, so there was quite a lot sort of floating around about kindness and how important it is, and how, you know, we should always be kind to everyone. Now, I am definitely not saying I don't agree with that, because I absolutely do. You never know what someone's going through on a day-to-day basis. So I always try and urge on the cautious side of kindness. I don't think that's a sentence, but I always try and be kind myself to everybody that I come across, even people that are unkind to me, because I'm sure a lot of the time they're just having a bad day. But what I actually wanted to talk about was, are you actually a kind person? And this is my question to you, my invitation for you to think about. Are you a kind person if you are not kind to yourself? So it's all very well saying, oh yeah, I'm really kind, I do all these things, you know, I help people, wonderful, and that's beautiful. But how kind are you to yourself? Because what I observe, and what shows up with a lot of my clients and things that we talk about in like coaching sessions, is that actually quite often people are being very unkind to themselves. They are really overly critical. They are pushing themselves really a lot to do loads of things, to be all these things, to take on all these responsibilities, to serve lots of people in different ways, to always take responsibility for everything. And, you know, that's, in a way, that's kind of beautiful, because you want people to have a nice time and you want to be kind to everybody else. But actually what they're not doing is then serving themselves. They're not taking time for themselves. They're not giving themselves that kindness that they need. And they're putting themselves at the bottom of the list. And so I just wanted to sort of come in here and talk about this, because if any of this feels like I'm shouting at you, then maybe you're one of those people that's maybe not as kind to yourself as you are to other people. And maybe that's time to just take a moment to think about why, and also what you could do to be kinder to yourself. How could you give yourself that kindness? And one way I think is a good way to think about this, and particularly with things like your inner voice, because and we all have this, I call mine my inner bitch, and my God, she can be horrible sometimes. She'll be going on and my mind will be swirling, and she'll be telling me all the things that I'm doing wrong, and all the things that, you know, aren't right, and all the things that I could do better. And, you know, she's a right nasty cow sometimes, to be honest. And when that happens, or when I'm being self-critical, what I try and do is think about, would I talk to my friend like this? Is this something that I would say to one of my friends? You know, if they came to me with a problem, or if something had gone a bit wrong, or if they were telling me something, a little story about something that happened in their life, or they were asking my opinion or for my support, what would I say? How would I treat them? And then I try to mirror that behaviour back on myself, because I like to think that all of us are, you know, kind to our friends, to the people that we love, but we don't always turn that back on ourselves. So that's sort of my invitation to you this week, really, is to start to think about where you can be kinder to yourself. And if you're struggling to think about how or why or what that might look like, just ask yourself that question. Would I talk to my friend like this? Would I tell my friend to do this? Or would you intervene and tell your friend to do something different, to be kinder, and to just take more time? So yeah, that was really what I wanted to say today. Because I think if we were all just a little bit kinder to ourselves, as well as being kinder to everybody else, that would be a really lovely world, in my opinion. Maybe I'm just being a bit too whimsical. I don't know. But I do think that us all being kinder to ourselves would create a really lovely ripple effect and would show everybody else what kindness looks like and how we can embody that. So that's what I'm going to do today. And in the matter of being kindness to myself, I'm going to leave it there in a moment, because I'll be honest, I am quite tired today because I hosted a retreat yesterday. So that's a lot of energy. So I am tired today. So I am making my working day short today so that I can do the things I need to do, and then I can have some rest. So that's my act of kindness to me today. So please, if you answer these questions and you think about how you could be more kind to yourself, and you want to let me know what you're going to do, please either get in touch by email or bob onto Instagram and let me know. All the ways you can get in touch with me are below in the show notes. And I will leave it there, and I really hope that this week you are just 5% more kind to yourself. That would be absolutely amazing. Okay, my love, I will see you next time.